everyone, welcome back to my channel Coding with Aruj Numan. If you want to learn the Python paid courses freely, then kindly press the bell icon and subscribe my channel Coding with Aruj Numan. In the last lectures, I have already taught you about the three functions, that is user-defined function, built-in function and lambda function. In today's lecture, I will teach you about the recursive functions in Python. First, I will teach you about the theoretical part and later I will do the practical implementations in the Spider for your better understanding. First, I will teach you about its theoretical part. I will teach you about its definition. A recursive function is a function. What is recursive function? A recursive function is a function that is calling itself. It calls itself and it consists of two parts. The first one is basic part and the second one is recursive part. What these two parts are doing? Basic part is usually an if statement with a condition that checks a stop condition. If the stop condition is satisfied, no more calls are made. You are writing a code and then you are providing a function. For example, you are providing a condition that if number is less than 0, then stop the code, then stop the loop. If that condition is achieved, then your code will be stopped and then you will be terminate your work. But if you are not providing the basic part, then your code will not be stopped. The recursive function again and again call itself and it will work indefinitely and then it will not work efficiently. It will work inefficiently. That's why we are providing a basic part. The second part is recursive part. Recursive part is a call to the same method with a different parameter. For example, you want to check the factorial of number 3, then it will check the factorial of the below numbers. First it will check the factorial 3, then 2, then 1. Stepwise it will provide the same method on different numbers. If I talk about the daily practical example, then you are standing between the mirror and then you will see your face. This is the example of recursive function. Recursive function is calling itself. It's like that you are standing between the mirrors and you are seeing your own face. This is a practical real life example of a recursive function. This is the syntax. This is how the recursive function is written. First you will define a function, then you will call that function recurse and then you will calling its function its own self, as I already tell you in the previous slide that it will call itself. Now open the Spider and we will write a code and then better we will understand about it. I have opened the Spider and I have write a code. You can see here. First, I have defined factorial. What is factorial? This is a recursive function. Factorial is the product of any integer number from 1 to that number. For example, if I am talking about 6, then it will be the product of the 6 to the from 1 to the 6. Then I have here write a variable x. It could be any number 2, 3, 1, whatever number you want to write. Here you can see I have provided a condition. If x is equal to 1, return 1. If x is 1, then you return 1. Else return x multiply factorial x minus 2. And then here I provide my number 3. You can provide your number whatever you want to provide and then I have print my result. This is the base condition I am talking in my previous video. This is the base condition that I have talking about in the theoretical part that you have to provide, otherwise your code will run indefinitely. Now I will run it. When I run it, you can see here the answer is 6. Now I will explain it to you how it works. When I call this function, then it recurs by decreasing the number. Each function multiplies the number with the factorial below it until it is equal to 1. So here you can see a picture. This is defining how it is working. Now I will explain a code bit more to you. First we start from here. X is equal to factorial 3. I have provided a number 3. Then define factorial. Here it will come the number 3. Then if n is equal to 1, this is the condition, return 1, else return 3. Here number will come instead of n, there will be its value 3, multiply factorial. Here 3 minus 1, 3 minus 1 is 2, factorial 2. 3 will be multiplied with factorial 2 and here 3 multiplied 2 is equal to 6 and here is the return. Then it will move to the next step, then n will be 2. define factorial, then there will be 2 here the condition, and now the number and value is 2. 2 multiply factorial and 2 minus 1 is 1. 2 multiply 1, here is the return, and then the n will be 1, and then now the return is 1. When the return is 1, then the code is stopped. This is how it works. This is the scene that is happening behind the code. This is how it works. Here I provide the base condition. If I don't provide the base condition, then it will run again and again, and the code will run inefficiently. These are the recursive function. This is how the recursive function works. Hope you will understand about it. If you have any query, then kindly ask in the comments. Thank you so much for watching my video. Kindly subscribe my channel.